Looks like we're live. And now we are, of course, at the mercy of Facebook's technology, which for some reason doesn't play nice with other technologies. Why? Facebook, damn you. So I'm just waiting for Dan to join us. And it should be, I would assume, any minute now. Although, admittedly, I haven't done a guest interview since Facebook made it so difficult to live stream into your group. And so we wait a little bit, but I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a teaser here. So Dan is a physical product inventor, not an inventor himself, sorry, but a prototyper. And it's really cool what he does. He's got a physical shop and everything, and he helps inventors build their prototypes. And then he helps them take them to market and everything else. Just a really kind of a cool service he does. And when we first met, he was sort of like a fish out of water trying to figure out lead generation and client acquisition. It was always very hard. Fast forward to now. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to navigate this whole Facebook tech thing. He has a membership community that ascends people into his higher level services, and he's been filling the membership community almost daily with new people, and it's easy. His own words, it's easy. So now the only question is, can I figure out how to get him on camera? So there's a little invite link here. So hang on. Let's see if we can figure this out one more time. Invite group members to watch, no results. Well, this is not going well, you guys. There's Dan. Okay, hang on. Bring him on. Send invite. Adding. So we're adding you now, Dan. Never fear. Except that Facebook's software is taking forever to add you. I really, really, really wish Facebook wouldn't make things so difficult. Daniel's on.
Oh my God.
Hey.
It says I must rotate my phone to join. Good Lord.
Well, you're joined. You're in.
I know, but now I can't have my phone like.
It has to be wonky.
Does this look familiar?
No.
Do I look sideways?
You look sideways. So, guys, what I want you to understand from this is not only is Dan now filling his membership community, he's also transcended the bonds of gravity because we're working together. He can now float sideways on camera. So, now, can you hear me pretty well, Dan?
Yes. Does this look right?
It looks right now. Yeah, now you're right in there.
It looks completely. I look sideways on my camera. So what? Okay.
That would be totally disorienting to me.
This is really disorienting.
Yeah, that's so just score one for the Zuck. All right, man, let's do our best, buddy. Welcome on. And who are you and what are you about? Professionally.
My name is manager. I run a product development company, but I've since also created a free and a paid membership.
Mm-hmm.
Product Launch Accelerator. I basically help people who have ideas for physical products but don't really know what to do next. In the past, I just made prototypes for them. I still do that, but now I coach them and train them and walk them through the process with a paid community, about $200 a month.
Love it. And it actually started a lot less, like cheaper than that, right?
I started at $50.
Started at 50 and you went up to 200, which, by the way, for anyone listening, if you do a membership too, which I strongly suggest, you're always going to want to kind of test bumping the price up a little bit. There's a thing called price parity, and not parity like comedy, but parity like even, Parity. And it's the highest price at which people will still enroll at the same rate or pay at the same rate they used to at the lower prices. And obviously the benefits of finding price parity for your service or offer is pretty transparent, right? You make more per person. So now what I said before you jumped on and I was trying to figure out the technology here was I was telling people what you did kind of, and you reinforced that. And the part I don't think I remembered was that you shifted into coaching, which I think is really cool. What was it like when you sort of were living and dying by the next new high ticket client and having to go find them?
Yes, that's right. You're only as good as your last catch.
Yeah, yeah,
Doing these one-off services, so it was like feast or famine. Like, yay, we got this giant project, and then it's gone.
yeah.
You have no asset whatsoever.
Hmm.
And I decided I want to build something recurring to bring stability, but also to make money on autopilot.
Yeah.
Something that is truly scalable and not constantly growing.
I love it. And I'll let you tell them, but you mentioned to me yesterday or the day before you're at, like you finally got with your recurring revenue, it has broken above your marketing expenses, right? Your ad spend.
Yeah, my membership is about 5,500 per month now, so 5,500 recurring revenue. Now, granted, some people leave, some people go, but whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I spend about $200 a day on Facebook ads. Now, we can get into that, like what am I doing? I had been doing a VSL funnel, but now I'm working on actually this free group versus paid group.
Hmm. Well, I'm curious, like, I know why I think groups are good, but I'd like in your own words, what you think the sort of benefits of the free group have been.
Yes. Well, quite simply, you can nurture people for longer. And
Yeah.
this really hit home for me when I was getting ghosted by people who literally said, "Oh, let me go get my credit card, like right now." And I'm like, "Okay, awesome." And then you don't hear from them ever again. And I'm like, "Is this some sort of cosmic prank?" And then I realized Manny told me. I was like really frustrated. I'm like, "Manny, like this is bullshit. I was supposed to buy." Yeah, that's definitely a problem with your nurturing. And I'm like, duh. Like people, if Gordon Ramsay, like his staff called and said, Gordon wants to offer you, a restaurant makeover, or if Alex Hormozy said, I'm going to come in and spend a day working on your business, you wouldn't miss that shit. You wouldn't ghost him. You wouldn't come up with
Right.
excuses.
Right.
Because these people have worked on you for so long. And similarly, in a group, like increasingly, the more sales I get these days, people are like, I've been watching all your videos,
Yeah.
I see your posts, they've halfway sold themselves already.
Yeah.
So it's about that building something up instead of linear growth, it's more on the trajectory of exponential growth. Because once somebody gets into your group, they're in there for good, and you can warm them up forever.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, if you don't book a phone, you don't buy. Like, forget it. That lead is gone forever. Like that's the wrong way to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that is sort of the reality if you don't have a way to nurture them, right? And to sort of keep them excited and growing with you, then they go away forever.
Yeah, there's no nurturing if you're just doing cold audiences or even warm audiences. And then like I once had my first sales guy, he told me like, look, if they don't buy on the phone call, you're never going to hear from them again. Which is true if you have no asset, no free group, no YouTube channel, no whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the whole mentality of this thankfully something that feels like it's going away is this high ticket Danlock style, you gotta close. That's where this whole fucking word closer came from.
Yeah.
They're like, well, my job is to close people. It's like they're gonna close themselves if you
Yeah.
do things, the slow and consistent way instead of trying to sprint your way to the finish line. Inevitably, you'll end up crashing into a wall.
I love that. And I think that the whole mentality of kind of sprint your way to the finish line and the close is part and parcel of the like there's no long-term thinking there. You know what I mean? And one of the things that I've been experiencing, and I know when we talk, I feel like you're experiencing it too, is little by little, you settle into sort of piece, for lack of a better word, right? It's like, okay, this process has been proven to work. And the more I put into it, the easier it gets and the better the results get. And so it's a thing that sort of like gets better over time, in the same way that you can nurture people over time when they're in a group.
Yeah, it's scary at first, and I've complained to you multiple times. Like, I'm so nervous because I'm not getting bookings. So it does take that discipline and that early stage grind where it's like, but I'm used to the addiction of like short-term wins.
Dude,
Where's my next sale gonna come from?
right there.
You have to eventually switch gears, otherwise you're gonna be trapped in this fucking hamster wheel forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Addicted to that short-term grind thing, man. That is, for you guys watching, the odds are that you have some of that in you, even if you're not aware of it. And it's largely because that's what's perpetuated. That's all the messages you get about coaching and marketing on social media. It perpetuates that thing. And, one of the things that marketers want to claim has changed or imply has changed, which hasn't changed at all and never will, is if you want something meaningful, you simply fucking have to work for it. You got, like, just root out any thought you have. And I'm talking to them, Dan, you get this, but root out any thought you have of like some sort of magic quick fix thing or next new hack. That stuff is a recipe for stressing you out to the point where you'll crash and burn with no money.
You want to hear my Instagram marketer's advice?
100%. Very much.
This was like 2 months ago. He was like, well, I know a strategy that's working really well right now. That is, if you do these viral videos, like if you sit there and you clap your hands like 10,000 times, and like for every clap, for every new subscriber I get, I'll clap my hands, and I'm like, I didn't get a master's degree to be a fucking jester. I get viral likes, and he was having me literally blow up 3D printers and shoot guns off in my workshop, thinking I'm gonna go viral on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, I'll try. I went all in.
Yeah.
I was literally shooting holes in the wall in my fucking shop.
Yeah.
With a rifle, I thought I killed somebody next door. It drives you to do the most retarded things ever. It's
Yeah.
like, why don't you just put out good content and like build trust with people?
That's been my message for so long. Like, I think what we can maybe sometimes forget, or maybe didn't understand in the first place, is content is just your proxy for who you are in the digital space. So if you don't want people to think you're some kind of a clown, then don't do things like I'll clap for every new subscriber and blow up a whatever. You know what I mean? Guys, for those of you watching, and for those of you that will see this after the fact, just because it's digital and just because social media is social doesn't mean that building a sustainable business isn't a process. Now, I did want to get one more question, and this is transparently meant to pat myself on the back. How does it feel to have your content basically delivered to you every Monday?
It's just one less stupid thing I have to do.
Right.
It's I mean, I know I can do it. Well, I can't do it as well as you because you understand it's not just about spamming your group. It's
Right.
about, okay, this one is meant to shift their beliefs. This one is meant to provide legitimate value. This one is a call to action. So yeah, I mean, I just cannot carve out the time to do those things between sales and delivering results for clients and all that shit. So yeah, it's a load off my mind, and I can rest easy knowing that an actual pro is doing it instead of me hoping and praying that I'm making meaningful content. Manny is a god of copywriting. That's the other thing. And yeah, instead of using ChatGPT over here,
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, one of the main ideas, and I have a new client success director who's come on board, and we were role playing earlier about the content subscription part of what I do. And one of the main ideas that I keep coming back to, and you're a little bit of an exception here, Dan, because you actually do make really good content, but most people who coach don't want to also have to learn content marketing. you sort of do it grudgingly. And when you do it grudgingly, what you may not be aware of is that it slows your process and your progress down. And if it takes you 10 minutes to do a 5-minute thing every time you do it, and you have to do it every day, that accumulates to a lot of lost time. And lost time is lost revenue, lost brand cachet, all of these things. And so, like I've said to you before, I asked myself this question for the last decade is like, how much can I take off the plate of coaches? How much can I just do it for you? And that's why everything except for my absolute beginner level, which is totally fine. Client Creation University is all about doing it for you. It's all taking it off your plate for you. And then, so the work for me has been like, well, how do I grow that? How do I scale it? But yeah, I'm just a firm believer that gifted coaches shouldn't have to also master marketing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a challenge to figure out what should I be doing. And I am a victim, not a victim, I'm constantly thinking in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And especially years ago, I was like, is this a high ticket funnel or a low ticket funnel?
Yeah, that's right.
One or the other. And Andy has helped me over the years think with nuance and say, like, what you're doing now doesn't have to be what you're doing forever.
Yeah.
Just like I decided, I'm going to take on some CAD and prototyping jobs for my clients because I can make, finish a $10,000 job in 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not going to do that forever. It's part of my evolution and my journey. And likewise with marketing, it's like start out, learn it, get competent in it, and then delegate the stuff that can be machined. Like what I love, Manny, I met with the VA this morning from your basically VA add-on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to take my long YouTube videos and chop them up
Yeah.
into small ones and post them all over the place on fucking TikTok. It's like perfect. That's monkey work, more or less, that is totally worth it to hire somebody at a reduced rate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like first you focus on understanding and getting your head on straight, and then how can we do more of the same in a more automated, mechanized, consistent fashion?
Yeah, absolutely. And then the last thing I'd really like to kind of drive home with everybody watching is, for you, has it been easier to get people who are in your membership up into your whatever your higher level services are?
Easier than what?
Than just like your cold, like VSL funnel to a high ticket sale or whatever.
Yeah, like people who are in the free group are way, like, I don't even like to use the word closed because they've pretty much already sold themselves. They
Yeah.
know, they want it, they trust you. So yeah, it's 1,000 times easier. They're no longer, starting and scaling.
Yeah.
This guy, it's like, I'm not going anywhere. You've been in my group, you've watched my stuff. Like, they walk themselves across the finish line, and that's harder to. It takes more work, it takes more discipline. It's slower in the beginning, but holy shit, it snowballs. I mean, your first subscriber is infinitely harder than your 10,000th and one.
Yeah.
Two. Like, just in the last, like 2 days ago, I was at 701 subscribers on YouTube, and I was all bummed out. I'm like, I've only gotten 1 subscriber in the last 3 days, and then today I'm at 707. So it's like this shit is starting to build, it's starting to snowball. I'm sorry, I'm going off the rails here, but it's definitely easier now that I'm building credibility and reputation and basically the group model.
Yeah.
Suggested. Sorry for the long.
No, totally okay, man. And that's I'm always trying to get people out of this like conditioned idea that it can be easy to build a business. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be the hardest thing you've ever done, but you should divorce yourself of the idea that it's this quick, easy thing.
It sucks because, I mean, some of the same people who I worshipped and learned from, like Sam Upitz, they have this very simplified, like, funnel metrics. They're like, okay, it's this much cost for them to click your link, and it's this much cost to get them on the phone, and it's this much cost to close them. It's like, but that's assuming cold audiences. And cold audiences is an absolute most inefficient thing you could ever do.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Like picking up the 3%, who are hot
Yeah.
and having to like swim your way through the 97% who aren't ready. Like,
Yeah.
and then it gets you like bitter and like pissed off when they don't buy. It's like, fuck you, today's your only chance to work with me. Like that's how I was getting.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's the wrong mentality.
Yeah, that's another, that's something I didn't even think about is like the burden on us as the coach or the expert because if you're strictly going, I want to sell somebody directly from nothing into my multi-$1,000 package, you're going to have to take a lot of rejection, and it doesn't mean you won't get some people, but how robust is your rejection immune system?
I used to sell my course for like $3,000. And I think it's a miracle that anybody bought it. It's like I'm gonna give a stranger on the internet $3,000 on the spot.
Right.
That's unheard. Like I wouldn't ever do that shit. How can I get mad at other people for not doing that?
Right. Exactly. Oh man. Yeah. I love it, man. And I love like hearing the stuff that I'm always saying coming from somebody else's point of view. I won't keep you any longer. I know you're busy because you've got a business to run, but I appreciate you jumping on, my friend. And for those of you guys who are on the call now or who want to find out about, like, trust me, you can make this thing so much easier. And if you want my help, you can make it so much easier, probably for a lot less than you think. I'm not one for blurting out prices before I've established value. I just think that it's just best practices to make sure that people understand the value. But trust me when I say you can outsource your content to me and my team for way less than you think. Way less than you think.
Yeah, just doing the VA thing with you guys is like it's even less than a lot of the VAs that I found on Upwork.
Yeah.
So it's like not only can I a lot of people say, well, I'll just do it myself, cut out the middleman. It's like you'd be hard pressed to actually do it yourself for cheaper than what you're getting from, the 40 hours a month package, for example.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Well, appreciate it, Dan. And we'll all obviously be talking because we do like every day.
Awesome, dude. Dude, this is so disorienting. I've been looking at a sideways head this entire time.
I don't know if I could do it. That would be crazy. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. And anybody, if you guys watching would like to talk to me about this stuff, it's so easy. Just tag me in the group and say, let's chat. It's that easy. For now, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you, my friend. And you guys, I appreciate you. If you want to talk, just tag me in the group, go into the DMs. It's 2024 and you're savvy. You know how to find me. Let's put it that way. I'm not hiding. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. And then those of you who get the replay, I appreciate you watching it later. So I realized something doing an interview. There's no need for my fancy 2 streaming setup because